What's up, everybody? So lawandcrime.com, and I will link the full story in the description below so you can go have a read for yourself, recently ran a story on making a murderer on Stephen Avery, Kathleen Zellner, after she filed her latest motion. The headline is, Stephen Avery's attorney says Court of Appeals botched the law by refusing to order hearings on contested evidence. It starts out by saying the appellate attorneys for convicted Wisconsin killer Stephen Avery, I would have worded that a bit differently, on Wednesday filed a 41-page brief. Let's go back. I get why they wrote it, because he is the convicted killer. However, throw something in there about how most people and most of the evidence points to the fact that he's innocent. States Kathleen Zellner filed a 41-page brief with the Wisconsin Supreme Court. The attorneys are asking the High Court to review a recent appellate court decision which dispatched the imprisoned man's long-standing arguments that he is innocent and his case deserves an evidentiary hearing to examine new theories about who is responsible for the murder of victim Teresa Halbach. Avery's current attorney, Kathleen Zellner, is asking Wisconsin's highest state court to examine 3 alleged legal errors committed by the Wisconsin Court of Appeals. First, Kathleen Zellner wants the Wisconsin Supreme Court to question whether the court reviewed the requests for new evidentiary hearings using an incorrect legal standard. Second, she wants the High Court to answer whether the state suppressed a compact disc, the CD, from the Dassey computer for 12 years, containing a forensic report of what they actually found on that computer, of evidence she believes points away from Stephen Avery and toward one of his relatives as Teresa Halbach's potential killer. She, of course, is referring to Bobby Dassey. They're talking about I don't really want to talk about it because it's terrible, but talking about all the horrible, horrible stuff that they found on the Dassey computer that was, searched up by Bobby Dassey. It was his searches, his information when he was using the computer. And the stuff, Google it if you want to see the types of things he searched for, allegedly, in Kathleen Zellner's opinion. Third, Kathleen Zellner wants the High Court to answer whether a state actor's destruction of contested evidence, namely the victim's alleged bone fragments, occurred in violation of a state statute and therefore must count as evidence of bad faith under a governing U.S. Supreme Court case. Kathleen Zellner immediately pointed to the popularity of Avery's case as one of the reasons why the Supreme Court should closely examine it. She states, Mr. Avery's case has produced an avalanche of coverage on a worldwide stage. It has generated legal commentary that has not been matched in the last 50 years. Law review articles, law school cases, case law petitions to the White House, and millions of documentary viewers have grappled with one fundamental question. Did Mr. Avery receive a fair trial free of constitutional violations? He absolutely did not receive. I'm not going to pretend to be a lawyer. I got my law degree from the Netflix School of Law. Still haven't put it up on the wall yet. I got to get on that. But for real, there's zero possibility that he received a fair trial. Even if Making a Murderer is completely an edited lie, which I don't believe it is, but let's just throw it out there. Making a Murderer got it all wrong. Completely backwards. Edited it 1,000,000,000% to fit their narrative. There is still a ton of things that the prosecution and the state and the officers and the people in Manitowoc County and the area where all this happened did wrong. So he definitely did not receive a fair trial. I will also link the full Kathleen Zellner's full motion in the description below so you can go have a read for yourself, so you can go have a read of that 41-page document. I recently read Ken Kratz's book, The Case Against Stephen Avery and what Making a Murderer gets wrong. And I recently rewatched both seasons of Making a Murderer on Netflix. And comparing the two, like, I went into reading Ken Kratz's book with an open mind, and same thing in Making a Murderer. And when comparing the two, he says nothing in his book, in my opinion, that leads me to change my mind about what I see on Making a Murderer and what I have learned myself by doing research and stuff online since. Maybe everything I've read online is false. I don't know. But I also read his book. That doesn't make that truthful either. So, I don't know. I definitely think he deserves a new trial. Hopefully he gets it. Hopefully Kathleen Zellner wins this, and she gets to move on to the next phase of her plan in getting Stephen Avery released from prison. And hopefully, I know I say this every time, hopefully this somehow leads to Brendan Dassey getting released as well. I know it's completely different. I know he's out of his appeals, and he was convicted on his words, even though it was coerced. Ugh, stupid. But hopefully, sometime soon, everything gets corrected. I sure hope so. Hope everyone out there has a great day. I'll see you again soon.